Hello mga kababayan. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Narito na naman tayo ngayon at para sa ating FB Live analysis at base sa mga boto na nakalap natin ay mayroon tayong around 53 or 54% na boto para kay MRC. So tingnan natin ulit para masigurado lang natin. Okay, so yung isa is MRC, we got 53% and PXP only 47%. So in this case, tatalakayin natin ngayon sa ating FB Live analysis natin ngayon today about MRC or MRC Allied. So, alright. So antayin muna natin yung mga ibang kababayan natin na at least maka-join man lang sila. So ayan, dumadami na, nagsisipasukan na yung mga kababayan natin. Paki-confirm nga please kung naririnig niyo ba yung boses ko ng napakalinaw or may problema ba, para naman at least maganda yung quality ng ating voice at naririnig niyo akong lahat. So paki-comment lang dito kung klaro ba yung ko boses or hindi niyo ako naririnig. Right, so walang reaction. So, okay, mag-comment na lang ako. Okay, so antayin muna natin yung response. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you Oliver Apostol sa confirmation kasi mahirap naman kung salita ako ng salita dito pero wala namang nakakarinig. So it will not make sense to go live. So, alright, yeah, really, Kama, thank you for the confirmation. So, yun guys, comment na lang kung galing kayo saan o saan ba kayo nakabase ngayon. Nasa Saudi ba kayo or nasa Dubai, nasa UK, okay, so Hong Kong, watching from Hong Kong, si Cheryl Palaso, my student. Wow, Cheryl, talagang alos kada pagla-live FB ko ay talagang nagjo-join ka. So, mayroon talaga ditong nag-aabang sa aking mga live session. So, para na itong ngayong parang teleserye na talagang inaabangan every weekend. So, ayos, no? So, galing. So, I'm very proud and I'm very happy na nandito tayo ngayon ulit at nagtitipon-tipon para sa isang goal. And our goal is to become profitable in the Philippine stock market. At ngayon naman sa Philippine stock market ay punong-puno talaga ng how do you say, excitement kasi unang-una maraming nagsisiliparan ng mga stocks kagaya ng Now Corporation, HBN, STR, isa na to si MRC, PXP. On the other hand, yung PSCI, yung mga blue chips, talagang nagkaroon ng sell-off. So, itong mga hindi masyadong kilalang stocks, ito yung mga nagliliparan. Pero yung mga nasa PSC talagang nagkaroon ng sell-off. So, ayan. So, our focus for today is about MRC Allied. And to be honest, wala akong masyadong information about this. At kanina lang, nagbasa-basa ako ng konting information from The Edge. website ng PSE, itong edge.pse.com.ph. At napag-alaman ko dito na isa itong energy company okay, tingnan natin dito. Okay, so incorporated in November 20, 1990, MRC Allied was formerly a rubber corporation and is a property development firm in the Philippines which is engaged in the development of master planned integrated residential, commercial, recreational, tourism, industrial areas. So on July 21, 2008, na-approve sila ng SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, approved the change in corporate name to the present one, and naging MRC Allied na. So the company's activities were originally involved in processing and export of baled natural rubber. So talagang rubber yung focus nila noong 1990s. At saka later on, it was acquired by the company. They acquired the company Filtred Tire and Rubber Corporation and diversified the company into real property development. So naging real property development na sila, particularly in township development. So 1997 naman, MRC decided to sell its rubber business to its wholly owned subsidiary MacRubber Corporation, a wholly owned subsidiary of the company, to focus on its core business of real property development. So ngayon at the current at present, si MRC Allied is really a property. Sorry pala, kanina sinabi ko energy. Property development yung focus nila. So at present, the principal asset of company consists of 2 land banks. The first is 160-hectare industrial estate in Naga City, sa Cebu. So I know this city because previously I was working in Cebu in Globe Telecom. So I know some of the towns there. And second consists of 700 hectare of raw land in San Isidro Municipality, Leyte. Oy, nasa sa amin to. So my town in Samar is not so far from this Leyte. Actually, one of my classmates is living in this town, San Isidro. So I know this town. So mayroon pala silang 700 hectare of raw land. So, this company's they are property development, and of course they need this land banks. Okay, so located in 35 kilometers away from Mactan International Airport, the industrial estate in Naga City, known as New Cebu Township 1, and is registered with the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. So, itong si MRC Allied, as you can see, it's focused on property development. So, kung magtataka tayo bakit napasama to sa third telco speculation. So, mayroong naglalabasan at nakikita ko mga information na sinishare sa iba't ibang Facebook groups. But I tried to check the edge, these company disclosures, and nothing was, no information there was stating which is connected to the third telco. So I don't know. So please do further research kung gusto nyong malaman yung ano ba talaga yung naging connection nito sa third telco. So I really don't know kasi I am just relying on this information here. So my main concern today is to share to you when to buy or when to sell, or is it good to hold the stock based on the chart. So, yan ang main concern ko, to read the chart and tell you and share to you that what is the current status, ano yung galaw ng market. At I will try to give you some tips kung saan magandang bilhin yung stock. Kasi hindi naman pwede na palagi tayong bili lang bili, di ba? Especially sa mga kagaya nitong speculative stocks. Speculative stocks, maraming mga traders and investors yung nalulugi dito, especially kung you don't know how to use technical analysis, or you don't have that skills yet. Yung bang narinig mo lang sa iba o nakita mo lang sa FB group na maraming bumibili ng MRC Allied at saka bumili ka na rin kasi sumasabay ka lang sa agos. So that is a kind of strategy which is a losing strategy. So we should really know technical analysis before we engage such kind of speculative stocks. So I am tagging MRC just like how I tag Now Corporation as a speculative stock as well. So ayan, so if this is a speculative stock, so we know that there is a very high risk involved in here. So in this case, how we can avoid losing is really to go for a kind of lesser risk buying point. Kung saan ka bibili, you buy the stock at a price wherein you can get out at a reasonable price. So in short, we need to buy the stock wherein you can minimize your risk. I mean, you can make a good risk to reward ratio. So ngayon nakikita nyo yung chart ngayon ni MRC. So yan, tingnan natin muna kung gaano na ba karami yung nag-join sa atin ngayon, just to have some kind of feel na ano ba, marami na, okay. So ayan, so marami nag-join sa atin ngayon from Bahrain, so from Hong Kong, from saan pa? Saudi Arabia. Wow, talagang umaabot ito sa iba't ibang panig ng daigdig at I'm very happy for this. At every week dumadami yung mga nagjo-join sa aking FB Live analysis. South Korea din, nandito rin. Wow, Alvin Sipagan. And may this FB Live analysis teach you something also about technical analysis. So basically, I'm doing a stock mentorship program. I also have weekly stock updates. So later on, I will share to you how you can get more details about it if you are very interested. But for now, we need to focus on this MRC Allied chart. So as you may know, guys, I am analyzing chart more on the price action. So this is the style that I used to use in my analysis, because price action is known to be the one of the most reliable style in analyzing chart, more than relying on indicators. Kasi we know that indicators are lagging tools, so meaning nahuhuli siya. So it's always what is coming always is price, and the indicator is indicating the current situation of the price. So without the price moving or price action, there is no indicator, right? So especially for those day traders at mga quick traders, price action is a kind of a technique that really worth to consider. Try to just Google it later on after this session. But if you want me to teach you price action, then just feel free to message me, because yan ang tinuturo ko. Beside yan sa mga indicators. So yung mga indicator, yung nag-analyze ako ng market, firstly, binabase ko sa price action, so the basic support and resistance, trend lines. Then after I analyze the market, I will now try to add some indicators in order for me to confirm my analysis. So para naman much more confident yung analysis na talaga habang is it confirmed by the MACD, is it confirmed by RSI or stochastic, and whatever indicator is possible. So alright, so tingnan natin nangyari kay MRC. So isa ito sa bigla na lang lumipad na stock. So let's try to check the 1-day chart. At ano nangyari? Kung titingnan natin from here, from April 2017, it was just moving sideways for almost a year. And then suddenly there was that news that triggered MRC stock price to skyrocket. At dito naman makikita nyo sa edge kung ano nga ba itong unusual price movement. At ngayon, dinisclose ito ng MRC Allied last February 26. Kung ano nga ba itong price movement at ano yung reply ni MRC Allied sa price movement na do. So sabi nila on February 23, 2017, the company received a letter from Capital Market Integrity Corporation, CMIC, noting that the unusual price movement in the trading of shares of stock of MRC at 2:30 p.m. today, that February 23, and that the MRC share price increased from 0.39 to 0.58. This is almost 50%. Oh, this is almost mga 70%. Wow. So talagang skyrocket talaga yan to the moon. So biruin mo, no? So kung limbawa pumili ka ng stock at na-timing mo, let's say mayroon kang invested money, 100,000, bigla na lang bumulusok ng mga 70%. So yung 100,000 mo magiging 170,000 pesos. Wow. So that is really a a very good news for those for people who luckily invested MRC. But this is not happening very often. So swerte ka kung na timingan na nakapag-invest ka na pala. So ayun, CMIC required the company to furnish information relating to the unusual price movement by submitting a written statement under the oath confirming the existence or absence of any undisclosed information that could have triggered the unusual price. So sabi nila, the company is not aware of any undisclosed information that may have influenced the price of the company's share. So wala silang alam kung bakit. So if they have known it, why is it so? Then they should have been declaring it here, right? So, ayan. So, walang binanggit ditong third telco related things and so on. Kahit dito, kung titingnan nyo dito, wala ni anong third telco related information. So, ayan. So, ngayon, ang focus natin is just about the price, the chart. So, about the news, maybe you can, research deeper about more information about that. Kasi so far, I really don't have too much information about relating to the news. So, alright. So, one-day chart. Tingnan natin. Ano ba yung nangyari? So, ayan. So, green candles, meaning the price is moving up. So, here, ito, and it is really paired with a very, very high volume. So, February 23. So, dyan mismo na gano'n ang nangyari. So, bumulusok from 0.39 naging 0.58. So, almost ceiling price yan. The next day, nagkaroon ng gap up. Tumaas siya hanggang 0.83. Halos ceiling price na rin to. But, there was a dumping. So, malaking sell-off nangyari. Almost half of that price na pagbulusok ay nawala. So, ayan. So yan ang sinasabi ko, guys, na every time there is this kind of unusual price movement at na timing na isa sa mga stocks mo ay natamaan, yun bang bumulusok ng bigla, always think of a point wherein you will sell. Kasi hindi naman yan, yung price na yan, hindi naman yan tataas forever, di ba? So, in the market, there is always that price fluctuation. The price needs to go up and price needs to go down. So, ganyan lang sa market. We cannot say that the price will go up forever. So, it's impossible, guys. So, let's be realistic. Right, so the next day naman, nagkaroon ng buying pressure. However, this is a buying pressure kasi yung tail niya sa baba ay mahaba. But there was still a ranging price inside this bar kasi malaki yung naging range na from 0.69 to 0.76. So during this day, nag-open at this price, bumagsak hanggang dito. But buyers still came in to buy. So the closing is higher than, so somehow this candle is positioned a little bit higher than the previous day. Then sinundan na naman ng candle opening at a higher price than the previous opening in the previous day. Then up and the next day, yan, bumulusok pa rin, but there was a sell-off. So ngayon, ngayon, napakahabang candle na to with really very high volume as well. Then sinundan naman ng price na mas mababa na. So hindi na siya mas mataas sa candle na to. So meron na talagang the sellers now are gained control in this market starting March 1. So ayan. So nothing much about to see from a one day chart, but if you can just try to see the big picture, the price is somehow going higher. Kumbaga pag babasihan natin yung mga wicks niya at yung opening prices niya, so tumataas pa rin yung price somehow. But since we cannot see too much actions with a one-day chart, let's try to go to the 15-minute chart. Pero kung titingnan din natin sa volume, so dito mataas na volume, tingnan nyo. Napakataas na volume na yan. Nagkaroon ng sell-off, but the sell-off volume is just even lesser than the half volume ng mga buying volumes. Nagkaroon pa rin ng buying volume, then here, the selling volume, but it still does not compensate these very large volumes here. At nagkaroon pa rin ng buying. So basically guys, this market is still uptrending. At kung even the EMA 20 can show that the price is still situated or located above. So there is still that momentum upward from a one-day perspective, especially kung 50 days. So in a one-day chart, it is still a bullish move or uptrend pa rin. So in order for us now to somehow see the finer granularity of this chart, then we need to go to the 15-minute. Although yung reliability natin, so reliability of our analysis is becoming lower once we are going to a finer or shorter time period. Nagiging mas lower reliability yung analysis natin kasi marami ng noise compared sa one-day chart. Pero naman yung one-day chart, konti lang yung nakikita natin. Kaya since this is a speculative stuff, then somehow let's try to see the finer action. Kasi usually naman yung nag-trade sa speculative stuff, diba? Day trader or swing trader, I don't know. I even don't think that it's a good investment. I mean, good idea to do long-term investment on this kind of speculative stuff. So guys, so just let me remind you that long-term investment is for those companies that have really very good fundamentals. So pag sinabi natin good fundamentals, the company is delivering consistent net income over time. Balance sheet is very good. Assets are becoming higher and higher, while the liabilities remains constant or becoming lesser and lesser. That is very important also that there is a growth on equity. So meaning that if you minus assets minus liabilities, you got the equity. And this equity, once it's going higher and higher, that's a good sign of a growing company or a good stock. Also, the cash flow should be positive. It can be negative in some point, but the company should be able to turn that negative into positive. Then financial ratios like PE ratios, ROE, EPS growth must be very good as well. So this is the things that I am checking if I wanna see, if I wanna judge a company if it is fundamentally good or not. And base dito sa Edge website at tingnan natin yung financial report. Makikita natin na na sa income statement, net income after the tax, net income after the tax. Tingnan nyo yung current year, negative 65 million. So, negative guys. So, there is no earning. How about previous year? Negative then. So, negative. So, can you say that this is a fundamentally good stock? The answer is no. EPS, since there is no earning, the EPS will be normally negative as well, or zero. So there is no EPS. So these are important parameters to consider if you want to check a company, if a company is fundamentally good or not. Book value per share, 0.10 this year, 0.10 last year. So there is no appreciation of its book value. So forget about the fundamentals, guys. This is not a fundamentally good stock. So what we are doing here, since it's a speculative stock, so we are focusing only on the price action. Alright, so ayun. Tingnan natin, nandito na tayo sa 15-minute chart. So nag-draw ako dito ng firstly, okay, let's try to delete this and try to follow what happened from here. So I just connect the wicks at the lower side. So nakagawa tayo ngayon ng parallel channel upward. So itong parallel channel, so dito nag-umpisa yung price, yan, nag-bounce. Dito rejection, nag-bounce dito. Tried to go up a little. So yan, up, down, and rally again. Respected to this price. This is the previous high, the highest so far. So after this, it tried to bounce, but failed to continue the rally. So kung in that case, we can connect these higher highs and lower lows, forming now a channel. So after the price went out from this lower side of the channel, nagkaroon ng sell-off. Yung sell-off na yan is really significant kasi mayroon tayong above average na volume. So now, after that, nagkaroon pa rin ng buying. At the buying are really significant as well kasi yung volume na to na selling is compensated by a buying volume. So this move upward is also significant. In this case, we are now having a range expansion. So instead of using this trend line, we will now move the trend line lower. So ayan, so ito na yung panibagong range natin kasi after it broke out and then tried to go back, nagkaroon ng range expansion. So this is not just the price is not just moving on this range but on this range up to here. So ayan, so ito na yung part wherein the buyers came in. So ayun, so ito, forget about this the moment para hindi kayo malito kasi kanina nag-analyze lang ako. Yan, so kung ibalik natin ito, tingnan nyo. So ayan, so dito yung lower low, buyers came in, and our chart is a little bit choppy, as you can see, kasi yung mga wicks nyo, may mga wicks dyan na maninipis talaga, halos wala ng body. But still, the buyers are in control or dominating in this area. Konti lang, isa nga lang yung red candle dito, di ba? So it means that on this area, at this moment of time, buyers are really in control. And then last Friday, nag-close yung market at this. So nagkaroon ng a little bit little gap from 0.77, then nag-close sa 0.78. So ayan, balik ulit sa channel na to yung price. Pero since nagkaroon tayo ng range expansion, ito yung babantayan natin. So itong area. Ayan. Gamit na ako ng parallel channel. So, if I am the trader, I wouldn't buy at this price, especially sa opening. So, the way how I will buy it is at this region only. Kasi we have here, this is now our new diagonal support, and this is still our resistance. So once you buy here at this region, our cut loss will be for those quick traders, you can put your cut loss just below this area. I mean this lowest point. So if the price moves down below, if the price moves down below this channel, then this will be our exit point. But take note, guys, that there are still wicks here, which acts as another support. So it can happen that the price will move down and bounces at this, respects these points. So that's why the safest cut loss point will be below that. So 0.62. Kaya 0.62 yung nilagay ko. So your buy zone naman is this area. So if the price bounces to that, I mean comes back to that, then I would buy. But my exit point is this. So for those quick traders, yung bang gusto ma-minimize yung loss, you may put your cut loss just below this lowest point. All right, so yan. So we know already the buy zone. This is our buy zone, and this is our cut loss point. So what about yung selling? When will you sell? If this is the price wherein you bought the stock, you should take note that there is this resistance here. This one, this is acting as your resistance 1 or R1. There might be take profit there. But if the price will ignore that or will break through on that, then where is your next take profit? This one, the TP1. So take note, guys, what happened here. You should learn the lessons on what happened here. That when the price went up to that, then the many traders, especially institutions, just dump big amount of shares on that region. See, double na red na volumes. So take note, guys. Also, this also happened to Now Corporation. If you connect this high and this higher highs, you will be able to create a diagonal resistance. So this resistance can be another take profit point. So at mapapansin nyo, guys, this resistance, this one, itong red na yan, and this trend line has a confluence on that point. And this is really a high probability point wherein traders will take their profit. So, ayan. So, let's say na hindi bumaba sa buy zone nyo. Kasi if you are just a buyer, you will be waiting until the price goes to this buy zone, this area. But if the price moves higher, then take note, there will be this point which is very, very significant kasi mayroong confluence between this trend line and this resistance. So there might be a profit taking there. And if that profit taking is really paired with a high momentum, then it can lead to price, the price might hit our buy zone. So dyan ka matatamaan yung kung GTC order man na buy order yan, then that is the most possible time na tatamaan yung buying point mo. At there is still that possibility to bounce on this area. But if we are not right, so if the trend goes against us, then please execute your cut loss. So the way how I am projecting it is that the price goes up and down, goes to here, and it can move up to here and move down again. So this is just a projection. Pero yung mangyayari na most probable is this one, take profit point. But if this is broken, then this is the next take profit point. If this is broken, where is your next take profit point? This upper trend line. So, susundan nyo lang kung saan gagalaw yung price. Let me pull that arrow. Ito. So, ayan. So, it can be here, here, at 1.0 or here. So take note or watch on those important points. Again, so this confluence, that is a price 0.83, around 0.83 or 82. If it is broken, then on this area. So meron tayong dalawang lines yan kasi, you know, this is a resistance. Resistance is not actually a exact point, but it's an area of resistance. So that is an area between 0.88 and 89. If this is broken, then the price might go to 0.98 or 0.95. So basta nandito sa trend line na yan. So that can be your take profit point. So kung lalabas pa man yan, we do not know. So we cannot really predict what the market will do in the coming week. Wala naman tayong bulang kristal, di ba? So ayan guys, I hope that this is somehow helping to you and giving you guidance. So what my advice is, we know that this is a speculative stock, and even if this price is moving higher and higher, you should really never catch that rising price. Kasi mangyayari sa inyo dyan, pag hinabol mo, then later on, babagsak pa pala sa buy zone natin, naipit ka dito. What about kung hindi pala babalik dyan? Magtuloy-tuloy pa baba. Ayun. You will be a certified ipit in that case. So, in every speculative stock, we should always manage our risk. That when we buy, and how you can manage the risk is to buy at the support. And that support is this diagonal support. So this area is, so that area from 0.67 to 0.75. This is an area, which is really valuable, and this is an area also where if you can buy here, you can minimize your loss kasi yung cut loss point is just very close, right? So kung bumili ka dyan, your risk is very high kasi yung cut loss mo malayo na. So if this is the buying part mo, buying price, and this is your cut loss here, that is the amount of risk that you are taking, which is quite huge. But if you are just buying here and here, that is just the risk, smaller risk and high reward. It can come here or here. So that is your reward. So the risk and reward ratio is quite better. So you can also use this tool, by the way. So ayan. So if this is your take profit point, this is your buying point, this is your take profit point, and your cut loss. So you have actually almost 2. So 2R. Kumbaga, your reward is 2 times than your risk. And if the price will break through this TP1, then your reward will be much better kasi it will be 3R or 3.25R. So your reward is 3 times than your risk. All right, so ayun guys. So I hope that this is really useful to you, and for those naman na interested sa aking stock mentorship program, mangyari ay pumunta lang kayo dito sa aking page. You just visit my page or just go to Stock Mentor Neil page. And then if you click that, you will see this shop. And then I have here a couple of services that I am offering to my students. So for example, so stock mentorship program. So ano ba yung kino-cover ko on my stock mentorship program? So dito sa program ko, tinuturuan ko yung mga students ko how to analyze stocks fundamentally. So fundamental analysis. That is the session 1. But session 2 to 4 are all about technical analysis. And how am I doing it? I am doing it every weekend only kasi during weekdays I have work, full-time work. Tsaka pag umuwi ako, it's already nighttime and maybe you are already sleeping on your time zone. So medyo mahirap mag-set ng time. Unless you are also situated here in Europe. Kasi dito sa Europe, halos magkakapareho lang yung time zone. So even after my work, I can still do some mentorship. But usually, my ideal time is during weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So so if we are using Philippine time as our time, then it will be 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So these are both Philippine time. All right. So if you are interested about my mentorship program and you really want to speed up your learning curve or your competence to learn stock investing, then finding a mentor or getting a mentor is really one of the best ways. Kasi pag nag-aaral ka by your own, it will take you more than a year in order for you to achieve that level na you will be confident enough in stock investing or trading. So getting a mentor really, speeds up the time for you to learn. So the learning curve is much better with the mentor kasi mentors already knows what are good to do and not good to do in the market. Kasi base na yun sa experiences. Of course, you can also do learning via books, YouTube videos, but it can be a supplement aside from my mentorship. So in that case, it will actually be much more easier to digest any reading materials once you have already undergone mentorship program from a mentor. So ayan, and for those naman na gustong interested to follow my stock recommendations and to learn from it as well. It's not just spoon feeding. I have here a so-called weekly stock updates. Every week I am releasing stocks which are good for long-term, mid-term, and for swing trading as well. So, ayan. So, while in this weekly stock updates, I'm not letting you become I'm not just spoon feeding you with what stocks to buy and what price, but from my analysis, from the charts that I am posting in my closed FB group, you are also going to learn from it. So this is why I call it as you earn while you learn, di ba? So usually we need to learn first to earn. Pero in my weekly stock updates, you earn while you learn. So maganda, di ba? So at a very affordable price. At for those naman na, by the way, sa stock mentorship program ko na hindi maka-afford or hindi kayang ma-afford yung price ko about my live session, or you do not have that time na matching with my time, then you can also avail my recorded session. So in my recorded session is actually a recording from a live session. But the good thing with this is that you can easily download it and you can watch it anytime when you want, and even without internet kasi it's a file, it's a video file, and then the price is much lower than the live session. So ayan, so yung iba naman na gustong magkumonsulta sa akin, I have this consultation program. So who are those who can benefit from this consultation? Those people who are already investing but wants my expert advice about the portfolio. Halimbawa yung mga masyadong, those portfolios which are really struggling to gain profits or may mga stocks na dyan na medyo red na ng napakatagal na panahon. So this consultation will be fit to you. But of course, if you are also interested about US or you are investing in the US market, I can also do a stock mentorship program for the US market. Kasi I'm also investing in US stock. Actually, biggest part of my investment is in the US market. Although in Philippines, it's a little bit hard to invest US market kasi wala tayong mga brokers doon na nag-host ng mga US stocks. So I am lucky kasi nandito ako sa Europe at it's very easy to get a broker. So my broker is just my bank. So which is hosting online brokerage. Ayun, so ayun na guys. Thank you guys for joining in this session. I hope that it helps you. And sa susunod naman ulit na just add me as your friend in this FB page of mine, or you can follow me, and I will try to do it almost every weekend. So we will see. Basta stay tuned lang guys. And for those who could not watch this video, then I will actually upload it in my YouTube channel, so you can still watch it there. All right, guys, thank you very much to all of you, and have a nice day. Have a nice weekend.
Míg nem játszottál a World of Tanks játékkal, nem is tudod, mit hagytál ki, hiszen a World...